What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week, and I hope this weekend is even better. But yeah, my week has been great so far, so good. Hoping to cruise on throughout the rest of the weekend and enjoy the last week of this mini vacation that I've been having. Unfortunately, on Tuesday, go back to it. But yeah, like I always say before we get into the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends about it if you've not done so already. Turn on post notifications and go back and watch my last video if you have not done so already. I give you a little overview of what's been happening in my life so far. It's very crazy, but turning my lemons into lemonade. But anyways, let's get on into this one. Let's go. So last week I gave you a little overview about all that's been happening in my life since March and how life has been trying to drag me to hell and back, and all the craziness that goes on with it. And my message was like, oh, turn your lemons into lemonade, which is true. But during this month, it's like we're talking about mental health, and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, the good stuff, right? And if you think about it, a few years ago, nobody ever really talked about this until, I don't even know which year, but like mental health is more mainstream than it was ever before. Like, you see social media accounts talking about mental health. There's, accounts for anxiety, depression, any type of mental illness that you may have. There's accounts specifically catered to that. There's therapists all over social media, and it's like, whoa. None of this was like out in the, not necessarily out in the open, but like everyone wasn't talking about this. Nobody was really speaking about it. It wasn't as mainstream as it is today. And that car accident that took a really big toll, it's still hitting me a lot, because everything that goes into it, insurance, doctor visits, everything. And I can tell you for certain, it happened at night, so the next day, because I was discharged from the hospital the next day, but I just felt numb. And I don't even know how I did a video that week, but like I just felt numb to what was going on. And having to go through something as traumatic as that, and to just feel like, not necessarily like shrugging it off, but the way how I felt was just like, whoa. Like, it didn't feel like reality, if that makes sense. Like, I told a couple people, like, when I got hit, I felt like I was not necessarily out of body, but like, I don't even know how to really explain it, but it just didn't feel like reality. And then when the car stopped, it was like, whoa, okay, so that, when I looked around, I was like, that did just happen. But yeah, I struggled a lot, masked it pretty well, got really good at masking a lot of things over the couple years that I've been on this earth. But yeah, I masked it pretty well, cried myself to sleep a few times, and slowly but surely I'm getting the help that I need in order to do life, basically, because that's a very traumatic event, and left untreated, it will take a toll on your body and on your mind. But yes, with this month, it's like I'm seeing everything, seeing all the posts about, your mind, what to do, who to reach out to, how to be there for your friends, if you just could be there for them to cry on, a shoulder for them to cry on, do that. If you're just there if they just want you to just listen. And it's like, wow, I can be more open with all that's going on. But yeah, this month has definitely taught me a lot to know that even though it was pretty traumatic, I don't have to keep it all inside. Like I tend to do a lot of things. But yeah, something I shouldn't keep inside is something I should talk about, because the more you keep things inside is the more you're hurting yourself. That's what this month is specifically all about. A way to expel all the traumatic events and feelings or problems that you may have in your life. That's what this month is for. It's just to say, hey, you're heard and you're seen and we want to help you. But I don't know how many people out there that experience a lot of mental problems, but like specifically, I see most of the people that need help the most is Christians, because for some reason going to a therapist is just like, whoa. But yes, you can always pray. That should be your number one go-to. Always pray about your problems, but don't forget, there are therapists out there for a reason. And if you don't, I don't want to say trust, but like, if you don't really trust a therapist, don't forget there's different types of therapists. There's Christian therapists that's out there. You could talk to them. You don't have to be just like a regular therapist. Find somebody that you like and talk to them about your problems, because you need to be proactive in getting help. You can't just constantly keep things inside. Pray about it. Always pray about it. Number one, pray about your problems. And number two, seek help. Because believe me, if you don't seek help, life is not going to go the way how you want it. It's most definitely not going to go that way. But yes, always seek help no matter what you do. Seek help, and always pray about every certain situation that you may find. If you can't even speak out the prayer, write it down. That's what I do. When I feel like I can't, like it's too hard for me to speak about it, write it down. Write down everything. Write down all your prayers. If you just can't, have a journal dedicated to just writing out your prayers, which I definitely have. I started it last year, but like I definitely have a prayer journal dedicated to the stuff that like weighs heavy on my heart, or maybe I can talk about it but not as much, so I write it down. I have a prayer journal specifically just for that. But yes, this month is coming to an end, but don't let it be the end of you having those hard conversations or those difficult anything. Don't let this month just end here. Even though it's dedicated specifically to me, don't let it stop there. Continue on talking to people, writing things down, having a journal, finding ways to calm yourself down. And if you need ways, I made a video last year, but yeah, don't let it stop here. Don't let whatever it is that you're doing stop here. Carry it on into the next couple months. Every month should be, every day should be dedicated to you bettering yourself. It doesn't have to be, academically or financially or anything, but mentally, spiritually, physically, everything all together, because they all connect. Not one thing stands by itself. Anyways, have a good weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.